So what keeps you from facing who you really are? I would say that in a large part, it has to do with all the industries around us that have grown up specifically for the purpose, I can't talk today, specifically for the purpose of distracting you from the stuff that you aren't happy with in your life. So instead of going into the feelings that are uncomfortable, that would allow you to actually release them and get free of them, you rely on distraction that keeps you from ever going in and addressing the problems that cause you to not fully live life. For example, alcohol is a great escape. It numbs the mind. It makes you feel good. You know, there's happy drunks and sad drunks and mad drunks. But for the most part, people drink because it's a way to relax. Well, why do they feel like they have to relax? Well, because they're stressed. Well, why are they stressed? Well, they can say that it's because of their job or their spouse or their kids or the traffic or whatever. But what is it about those things that causes you to feel stressed? It isn't actually those external things. It is something inside of you. It is this feeling of expectation that you need to, for example, get somewhere by a certain time, or somebody's going to be unhappy with you. So you put the stress on yourself. When you get into traffic and there's a traffic jam and you're supposed to be at a meeting by a certain time, or you need to go pick up the kids from wherever they're from school, for example, and they are waiting for you and you feel stressed because you don't want to feel that pressure of not being there on time. Is it because the kids are going to beat you up if you're late? No. Is it because they're going to die if you don't show up on time? Probably not. Is it because inside you there is this expectation that you've put on yourself that probably had to do with programming that you got as a kid, that being late is bad? That you got to be on time all the time, or you're violating your own code, whatever that code is based on. It's all about this idea that we feel this urge to satisfy others' expectations of us. And it isn't even necessarily others' expectations of us. It's our expectation of ourselves that we project onto others. Sometimes we don't even know what other people want of us. And yet we'll still have this attitude that we need to perform to a certain level, that we need to act a certain way. And alcohol helps to soothe and relax that urge, that feeling that I have to perform. Entertainment does that too. It's a distraction. Turn on the Netflix show, see the next series, immerse yourself into somebody else's life story. It's not even a real life story most of the time. It's just some fictional account. that somebody made up because they're living their dream, writing stories. And then you spend your time watching these stories on the screen play out to get little emotional spikes that entertain you. And it's a distraction from dealing with those uncomfortable feelings based on your programming in your life. So, when are you going to pay attention to what is running your life? To the feelings that keep you from feeling good, instead of suppressing them, instead of looking at them as something that you need to avoid, look at them as something you need to go into, you need to experience fully. And then, by doing that, you'll see that all of these other distractions are just keeping you from being who you really are. And then if you want to be entertained, or you want to enjoy alcohol, or you want to go out and party, you're partying with who you are instead of partying to escape, or entertaining yourself or drinking to escape. And that's the difference.